So now that I'm happy with the way this is animating, I'll export it. First of all, in case it crashes, I'm going to save. And then File, Export. We're going to use Adobe Media Encoder. This is a separate program that will let us change what the format is and everything much more easily. In this case, we're doing an animated GIF, so you have to find that one. And you want to make sure that you have that transparency. You don't have to see it, but if you have added any solids, you want to make sure that there's nothing in that space. So here's Adobe Media Encoder. You can see previous jobs that I have done. It's one of the things that's so powerful about this program is that you can line up several jobs and then just let them run all together. If I wanted to re-export something, I could just reset this. In this case, I'm waiting for the job to show up. There it is. And the last thing I exported was also an animated GIF, but yours will say H.264 the first time. That's the video format. If you click on that blue animated GIF or H.264 or any of those, it's going to bring up any minute now where all the settings are for this. Be patient. This is a big program. Okay, so here we are. Let's start off at the top. So format, if it's H.264, it'll look like that. And when you click, you may not see the animated GIF, but there it is. It's at the top. If you have to scroll up to see it, there it is, animated GIF. And right here, I'm using the preset for animated GIF with transparency. And we need to change one thing, very important. You do not export a 1920 pixel wide GIF. It makes files that are so enormous that the page won't load for a very long time when you put it on there. So instead of matching the source, we're going to uncheck this box so we can change it. I'm just going to make it 400. That's a good general size. That's it, except for the name. Got to make sure it's got a good name, and you know where it's going to go. The Adobe Media Encoder makes its own separate folder, but I actually want it to go just right here. And there's New Emoji 8 Animation. I also like to put GIF in there because we can't always see the extension on it. So click OK, and now it's ready to go. This will change to custom, and there's the name, and you can press play. Let's go get ready for it. Over here, you can see the new, see how it has 0 kilobytes. As soon as it's done, there it is. And 3 megabytes is about as big as you want a GIF to be. When I double click on it, it's going to open in my photo viewer, and I can see one problem that I did not change. It's how these colors are represented. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to right click on this one and reset the status. Go back to custom, because there's one setting on here that makes it look pretty bad. It's this dithered. We're going to go with hard edges. That's going to look much better. So I am going to just change the name so I can tell the difference. And press play again. Seems like it's going a little faster too. We'll see if that looks any better. You can see the green going there, so I know exactly when it's done. Made it a little smaller. I think it looks a little better. And that will loop. You can make that an avatar. You can put it on your web page. The colors will show around it. There you go. Exporting as an animated GIF. So just to show the difference before we leave, this is that dithered transparency. So around the edge, it's trying to get that faded look to it. But if I look at the hard edges, let's see if I can get back there and zoom in. You can see it has a crisper edge to it, and it makes a smaller file, and it looks a little better, I think. It's up to you as to which one you prefer.